scrappy friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am working on a Shimmerz layout for you, and I am using a whole bunch of Shimmerz products. So you are watching me just build the background, and I started off with just some of the Acritonez, and this is a acrylic paint with a primer in it, so I did not add gesso. And I made a minty teal color with yellow, white, and green. Those are the three colors that you need to make a mint. And just depending on the amount of yellow and white to the blue will depend on the color of the mint that you get. And then you just seen me use my palette knife to add some extra blue and some of the Jive Jade. I like every once in a while I like to mix my colors, just because it gives you a good idea of what colors you get when you're mixing the colors that you have from your colors. So you can go out and buy different colors that you want, or you can take the primary colors and create your own. And I just really like doing that sometimes, because sometimes the shade that you get or that you want is a little bit different, and it's really fun to have on a layout like this, just all the different shades. So obviously this is really quick, and I will apologize for that, I guess, because this is probably the main part of just the whole background. I mean, I'm creating a background, so I took some just plain texture paste, just plain. It's just like a modeling paste, and I use that Dina Wakley stencil, and it looks kind of like leaves, and I know this is a fall layout, so that's why I picked that one. And then I let it dry for a little while, and then I just took the navy Acritonez and I watered it down, and I made some drops, and then I took the Shimmeringz. So Shimmerz does different kinds of sprays as well, and the Shimmeringz is pretty much all of just the shimmer. The bronze has a little bit of a darker color in the liquid, but the Goldilocks, which you'll see me use later on, is pretty clear when everything settles down to the bottom. And I used the bronze, and I just used my paintbrush and let it drip, and then I splattered it a little to get some smaller splatters, because I like that variation of big and small. And so now you're just seeing me take some of that extra blue, and I figured I would just do some little doodling. This is something I just kind of like, I like to do this on my layouts. It's what makes this mine, and not a pattern paper that I went out and bought, right? And this is the thing that draws me to making my own backgrounds, is that I can add any kind of thing that I want because I like it. So one of the things that I really enjoy doing is using plus signs or like X's. And so what I did is, and it's been a while since I've done this, but I thought it would be fun to do it on here. So I just took a whole bunch of I just made a whole bunch of X's, and sorry, my head's in the way. Oh my goodness, my hair is a mess. I spent all day that day scrapbooking, so the hair went up in a messy bun, and I'm sorry it was in the way. But I'm gonna use this wood grain as just a border. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. I like to do this a lot of times when I do a lot of media, though, because it helps take that cardstock and just kind of flatten it out. This is the one thing that is annoying about doing mixed media, but it's just something that you deal with, and then as it sits, the warping really goes down. And that's the one thing that I like about Shimmerz products, is that they really have in mind the fact that something is so that it goes back to more of the original state. So I am taking some of my September Clique kit, I have a few bits and pieces left, some bits and bobs, and I'm going to use some of that, and I'm going to mix it with the Simple Stories Cabin Fever collection that I purchased not too long ago with some of my birthday money. And it's a really fun fall, summer, like late summer, fall type themed. So it has a lot of outdoor stuff. And I also have some of these leaves and like vine branches things, and a pine cone. And so I just layered some of those because I had some left over from another layout that you will see later on next month. And then I sewed it on. So I just layered it and then I just ran it through my sewing machine. I didn't use any glue on there because I didn't want to get my needle all gunked up. And I'm just going to apologize right now for that light stream. I did not know that was on my desk. I recently put up some curtains to kind of help with some of the light because it's still not completely overcast here in Washington, and so I was getting a lot of weird light now that it's fall time, and so I made some curtains, but I didn't notice that that one little stream was on my desk. I couldn't see it, so I will have to pay attention more to that for in the late afternoons. But anyway, I'm just gonna build some layers, and I don't know, I just used some of the papers. I took that 3x4. I thought about using it for journaling, but then in the end, it just was too much with everything. I really wanted the background to show because you work hard on those, right? I mean, it might just be a whole bunch of splatters and some X's and some lines and stuff and not really a whole lot of anything, but you want that to show because it's part of the layout. You spend all that time doing it, right? And so I'm just going to look through my stickers and my die cuts and see what I have that's going to match. Now, this photo, that September, I actually added in Photoshop. That is a cut file from Clique kits from last month. So I just added it. I used the PNG version and just added it to my photo in Photoshop, and then I just changed the color so that it would pop out. I really wanted that to stand out, and really, this is just a basic, the sun's coming through the leaves in my yard photo. But I really wanted to have this layout to talk about the change that is going on lately in Washington. It went from really, really hot to all of a sudden now it's fall time. And I really wanted to document that because it is a major change here. It's a major change when you switch from having the AC on to having to put the heat on in your house and stuff. And so these are things that really get me inspired to scrapbook because they're a daily part of our life, but they really are the changing of things that are going on in your life, So it's one of those things that really inspires me. And you get all these different colors, all summer. Of course, we were starting to see a lot of brown because we had no rain for 2 months, but you see all these these green into ripening colors, and now everything's starting to turn red and really green from the rain that's starting to come back in. And so it's just really fun to see all that. It just really is. And using this collection in with the mixed media is really just going to help bring out some of those colors and everything. So I just really had a lot of fun. I just wanted to layer. Sometimes you just have to pull out a whole bunch of stuff and layer it. And that's one of the fun things about using like cut files with mixed media is that, especially like these leaves, you can see right through them. And so you don't miss a lot of the mixed media because it peeks through those cut files. So yeah. just nice and fun. And I am really excited to have this video for you guys. I feel like I haven't scrapbooked that much because now it's fall and everything's starting to come, you know, our days and are busy and full of stuff where in the summer I could just play. And so this is really fun to just get a chance to, you know, start the fall and start it right and all that fun stuff. So I got these Prima jewels from one of their collections. I only got the jewels and the wood grain, but I wanted to use that because they're pretty clear, but I thought that they would work really well with the Inklingz, the Penny for Your Thoughts, and the bronze that are on there. And then I'm just going to end up using a little bit of the Goldilocks, and then I just stamped the date, and then here's all the close-ups. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you head over to the Shimmerz store, make sure you mention my name, and then you can get a free little gift from Shimmerz, and then that'll let them know how you guys heard about them, and I would really appreciate it. And I guarantee that if you try out Shimmerz stuff, you will absolutely love it. It's so much fun, and it's just a nice way to add some colors to your layouts. But I will see you guys later. I hope you guys have a great week and have a happy fall or summer and spring if you live in the other part of the hemisphere. Bye, guys.